Hello, and welcome to Brickyland. Ever since I was a kid, my two favorite animals were polar bears and penguins, which is ironic considering that polar bears and penguins, if they lived in the same area, would not be friends, but I still found them to be my two favorite animals. Polar bears, of course, living in the North Pole, and penguins living in Antarctica. So, polar bears in the Arctic, penguins in Antarctica. But when I found this polar bear instructions for this Lego sculpture online, I was excited and I knew I had to build that. So, and that's what I did. I built this polar bear sculpture out of Lego bricks. And it is made with over 4,000 Lego pieces, 4,083 pieces to be exact. And most of them are all white bricks. There's a few pieces here for the eyes and nose that are black, but most of them are white. Even though polar bears are actually not white, they are actually more of a yellow color, but the snow makes them look more white than they actually are. So an interesting fact there. And this polar bear here is 2 feet long. So you can see that tape measure there. It is 2 feet long, and it is 16 inches, or let's see, about 14 inches tall, so over a foot tall, and 2 feet long. And I did not check the weight on it, but it is quite heavy build. It is somewhat hollow in the middle, not completely hollow, but it is somewhat hollow, and most of the bricks were built around it. But it's a really awesome model and very, very big. So, and this is a life-size, it's a life-size scale polar bear cub sculpture. And polar bears grow very fast. So I'm not sure exactly how old this size would be, but probably a few months old. I don't know. If there's anybody that knows anything more, leave down in the comments below if you know how old that polar bear would be. But it came together really, really awesome, and I'm quite excited to have this in my collection. Lego sculptures of builds are very awesome. As you may have seen on my channel, I do enjoy larger Lego builds rather than just little sets. But it's a really, really neat build, and took me a few weeks to build it. Definitely took me a few weeks to build it. I don't know how many hours exactly, but well over 4,000 pieces, so definitely did not get built in a day. So, but all right, let's take a closer look at this polar bear sculpture. All right, let's take a closer look at this Lego polar bear cub sculpture. So, coming a little closer here, you can see more of the details and the layers of bricks that come together to make this build. So, you got the head here. There's some somewhat flat circular pieces for the eyes. And then his nose here is just a few black bricks. So that's what creates the eyes and the nose. Everything else is just plain white bricks. And its head, you'll notice here, is the head. To make the head, the bricks were essentially floating, the first few layers of bricks. So it was pretty much disconnected from the rest of the body as I was going up layer by layer, which made it a very challenging build for sure. One of the more challenging of the builds that I have done, but once it's built, it is well worth it. But you can see all the layers of bricks and the angles that create its feet, its paws. It's like that paws out a little bit right there, cool detail there. But really, really awesome. Really awesome build. One of my favorites for sure. And well over 4,000 bricks to make this polar bear here. That's what it looks like from the top. Kind of move it around a bit, see what it looks like from the front. Its head turned. like that. And then looks like from the back. And then on the other side, that's what it looks like from that side as well. So lots of layers of bricks that came together to make this polar bear cub. But super awesome, if I do say so myself. So one day I'd like to do an even bigger one. A full-size polar bear would be really awesome. But for now, this cub is a standout in my collection for sure. Hope you enjoyed this look at this Lego polar bear sculpture. If you did, and if you have any other ideas, leave down in the comment section below of any other ideas of Lego sculptures I should make. And also, if you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. That helps to get this video out and channel out there to more people. And please tell your friends as well to subscribe if they are interested in Lego. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you real soon in the next video.